That shit look kind of sick. Yeah, that looks sick. It's very bright. It doesn't look like this last time. On my,
They know what I'm doing.
on my,
No,
on my live.
You got the setup.
On my live, it didn't look like that.
What's the name, son? You came.
Who?
Dave Michaels.
No, Dave said he coming. He's after 5. He coming.
Oh,
So, you ready? All right.
I don't know. You didn't give me no rough draft.
I'm about to just talk to you. This gonna be better like that. When you try telling people rough drafts and shit. I gotta put my glasses. Oh, one more thing. Let it roll. Let it roll. We roll a lot. Talk to him.
What's up? Hook trying to bring me out the dungeon, out the claw, out of retirement. Black Fam, Fuego, Hooker Boys, Fetty Boys, BCP. You know, I ain't done an interview about 5 years. I ain't done a song, well, a street song. You know what I mean? I ain't done other songs, positive songs, but I ain't done no show since like 2016. It's been a minute. No, actually, we did the reunion show last year. That was good. It was a movie, man.
It was a movie. They watch it too. It's one person in here right now. Who is you? Say something. Leave a comment. Say something. Act up, old school. Act up in the building.
Old school.
Let me put my old school, man. From 05. That's 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna talk about it. 05.
05 when you started?
No, 05 is when you came to me when I used to live with Nick. You remember the back house?
Oh, yeah.
That was 05, nigga.
And then we did
turf. I didn't have more kids. I didn't have my twins then.
We did turf dance in 07, huh?
That was 05.
Turf dance.
Yeah, that was 05, 06. You tripping. I didn't have my kids. I think I had my kids after we did turf dance. My kids is 19 years old. The twins 19. You forgot?
No, you're right. I didn't even have chairs and proms. I didn't have no kids when I did turf dance.
I know.
A lot of them was around when promise and chairs was finna come born. We already did turf dance.
I know. And I didn't have no kids neither. I didn't have the twins.
I
wouldn't even fucking with my baby mama. I was fucking with the bitch over there in the back house. Remember? I didn't even know that, bro. That's crazy.
When Earth is My Church dropped out, I think my kids came after Earth is My Church. No, matter of fact, because the album Party
came after your kids.
That's crazy. Not too far after, but that year. Because Earth is My Church, it took about a year to really. I think Church Dance was in 06, and I think the album came out in 07. Yeah, that's how.
All right, let's talk about it. All right, let them know who you is and where you from, man.
Man, it's Acktup, you know what I mean? It's what I'm known as back in the day, Black Fam.
Talk to me.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, man, Acktup. I'm talking. I see the camera. Yeah. Black Fam, Hooker Boy Music Group, Fetty Boys, Trump Boys, BCP, Black Cast and Politics. Everybody been a part of. Man. Born in Oakland, from Oakland to Vallejo, back and forth, family on both sides, man. From 83rd and Holly Street to Hookers to Brookfield, where we grew up at. I didn't been everywhere, all around the world, man.
All right, so why did you want to become a rapper? What made you become a rapper?
Man, started rapping in like middle school and high school. Same story. I didn't really like English. That's how I started. I was just, when everybody was doing projects, I was just rapping or rhyming. You know what I mean? I also was an outlet to express stuff when you got like,
oh shit,
it was 6 and they recording.
Hold on.
All right, good. We sound messed up.
Yeah, let's do it over because I wasn't recording the audio. The mic wasn't even on. Let's start over. Come on, let's go. All right, let them know who you is and where you from, man.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Acktup. You know what I'm saying? Old school Acktup. I don't really go by that no more. You know, different lifestyles, but you know that's what I'm known as. Acktup, Black Fam, Hooker Boy Music Group, Hooker Boy Films, Fetty Boys, BCP, Black Cast and Politics. Trump Boys, Make It Happen Studios, All About My Paper. That's who I originally started with. Me and my cousin Dante and Mr. Vista. So man, East Oakland, USA, all the way from Oakland to Vallejo. Then I've been around everywhere, but yeah, mostly born and raised in Oakland, Vallejo, back and forth. Just keeping it real.
Okay. What made you become a rapper? What would you want to be? What made you become a rapper?
Just started rapping in English class. Not paying attention to Frick and Parker and Webster, everybody's been on them badass schools. So just in there rapping and not doing my work, and then kind of got good at it. And it was a way to express things. Having 6 siblings in the house, and then everybody don't want to hear what you got to say. So in order to express myself, I kind of just start putting it in music, putting it on wax. And we had that house. I'm sure we all had it in the town. You know, in the 2, 3 in the morning, my mom and them turned up. We had to wake up and start dancing like the Jackson. So music was just always there. But I mostly started off just been dancing and just being in tune with music. And then I just started rapping. First started recording back in the day. You know, when you get the radio, you press play and record, then you talk through the radio. That's where I was first recording. Then I started liking it. I'll be up all night with the tape, rewinding it, taking the tape out, flipping it. You know, when it come out, rolling it back in. You know what I'm saying? Just pressing play and recording, and hearing myself back. And I just fell in love with it since then. I was like 8 or 9, and then I just fell in love with rapping then. And I didn't have like favorite rappers. I didn't really even know rappers.
Who was your influence? What was your influence?
I just kind of was just doing something, but I did listen to Short a lot of his because that's when tapes was out, you know what I'm saying? So you should be getting and all that. So we had those tapes, and all I had was a radio. So that's kind of who I first heard, you know what I'm saying? And then watching him do himself and then seeing him out there just slinging tapes, like, oh man, that's dope. So that was really my first person that I really was listening to was Too Short. He a legend, never became like a favorite rapper, but that was like the first person I'm like, man, that's dope. And then let me just record. Because you know, you also can record over somebody else's tape when you press play and record. So I used to only listen to his tapes and then just play over them. So yeah, Short kind of the one had me trying, oh man, I can do it. So I guess shout out to Short Dog, man.
Well, to me, you started working in like 2005 when you came to me and we did you wanted to get your shit together. And it was like 2006 when you started, like we did the first video. 2006, yeah, it was like the first video we did. Explain that. How was that when you did your first video? What was that like?
Man, first of all, you know, it was amazing. I know my cousin Hook was getting on my nerves. I mean, I was getting on his nerves. The video done was coming over every day.
You used to do that shit all the time. Like every video I used
to do. The video done, I
watch
come over and camp out at his house, stay there for 3 or 4 days. Anybody know Hook, one of the best filmers ever. But you got to stay on him. So I come over there spending like, cuz you done? In the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, cuz be smoking weed with his leg doing this.
That's when I was sleeping. That's when I get sleepy. My legs start moving my leg and shit.
That was amazing, man. Turf Dance, shout out to Alana James, man. That was the first video.
Trunk Boys,
everybody was there. My little sis Vasa, she was turned up dancing. We did it on 83rd. It was everywhere, man. That was
nice.
That was great. So that was the first video, and that was the first hit song too. We was performing at the Timeout and all those other pages. Let me see you turn. Wow, dance. And then Turf Dance that just kind of hit the scene with the scraper bikes and everybody's out there dancing. So it was perfect timing. That was a perfect timing song, a perfect timing hit, and we kind of got known from just doing that at shows.
So what would you think was your like number one hit song that you ever had? Like you ever?
Well, if you look at views, of course it's gonna be East Oakland, USA. You know, that song was 4 views, the remix and the original version. But also, I think even though that was one of the biggest as far as views, but I think I was mostly known by either Fuck Acktup or Super Duper Wet. Super Duper Wet. Everywhere you go, somebody would have said that. So that I'm wet. So that was one of them. It was a lot though. That East Oakland, USA, of course, Real Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But I think the Super Duper Wet because it was different. Like nobody was. He had the. You know what I mean? They had like certain stuff, but the way I did the Super Duper Wet, I don't even know where that shit came from. The wet, just because everybody, that was the word we were saying. Wet, fresh. I don't know where I got the Super. I thought it sounded dumb at first, but then it was catchy, and then I just kind of ran with that. But then Fuck Acktup that was hit too.
So how did you get everybody? Like you. So after the Earth Is My Turf album, how many albums did you come in with after that? You came with
count, man.
No, you came no. I'm talking about the next album was
King
Mentality, and then it was
No Competition,
and then it was
I think that's when
Talk of the Town was that.
Talk of the Town, yep.
So on King Mentality, that was like a classic album too. So what made you name it that, and what was your influence of, like after you got over the other album? What was your influence? What was your next level?
The King Mentality, shout out to the movement. That's when I got with them. If you see Either Singer on there, Dane Michaels on there, Saf on there. So that's when, first meeting the movement, and then that's when we came with Currency. You know what I mean? So they was putting, that was actually the first album. Once the movement we was all together, that was the first one because it was kind of already ready. You know what I mean? That you when we did the graphics, so you got the movement on it. That was like the first album out of everybody as far as in the movement. You know what I mean? So that was big.
We will talk about that too.
Go ahead. That was like the first real push. Ever since my turf, we pressed like 300-400 copies. I was just hitting the scene, doing free shows, everything, and then kind of got the buzz. And I got the Acktup van, and then King Mentality came. So the van really helped a lot. You know what I mean? I didn't have it wrapped like everybody with the full van, but I did it the poor man way. But you know what I mean? But it worked. Just putting stickers on it, and then my trick was to get everybody else stickers on there, and that's how I popped 100 racks and Planet of the Grapes. So I was promoting everybody, but it's also was selling myself. So I just really, I had a master plan the way I marketed, like how Young Lightning be flooding, like I was flooding everything. You know what I mean? So that's really, I think, how when I would throw flyers everywhere on the ground. People always think about handling them. If you're throwing them on a bus, you know, me and Knight, we'll just go on buses and bars and just throw them on the ground. You're going to pick it up and look at it and see the name. Even if they don't keep it, it was just the name. It's the name. It's the name. So I was selling the hell out the name, and then that's when the shows came. And then the performance once we got on the shows.
But, yeah. But okay. So after that, you hooked me up with Dame and Edith Singer. We was doing a flyer or something. They had the movement. So how did you meet them? How did how did the movement happen? How did you meet Dame and all of them? Because I met them through you.
Right. Well, I met all of them. Dame came later because I think I met Sav and him, and then Dame was like, "We got a singer." They was like, "We got a singer. We got a singer." Dame Michaels came, pulled up in the. I think he had the SUV at that time with his hair, so he started coming to the show. But I think it was just doing, I think, Foxes and Pats, and kind of just that's where I met Sad the Moneymaker and It Boy and Turf Mob. So we kind of just met there. That's who I ended up meeting first. Plus, you know, Sav used to be on 84th and I was on 83rd. So we was younger, didn't really remember him like that, but we was together. Where he was on Housing Authority, I was on Bancroft. So we knew all the same people. Right. I met first. Kind of started bringing people, and then we just started doing all the shows at Pat's and Caribbean City, and then we would click with certain people, and then we would just start coming to shows, and then we just click. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it formed. It formed almost on accident. It's just a bunch of different groups, but we all just clicking and rocking together. It was many groups, but everybody didn't want to rock with us like that. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of just came together on accident, really.
What about with the Trunk Boys? How did you meet the Trunk Boys?
I think at like a DJ event with DJ Danielle.
Was it in San Jose?
Yeah. So we went backtrack because that's who the first people I did stuff with, you know, was the Trunk Boys. First, me and my cousin DJ Don, shout out to him and Mr. Vista who making the beats. I was by myself. And then at one of the shows is where I met in the meeting the Trunk Boys. So I was still always active as an artist, and they was the Trunk Boys. But Fam, his dad, Dre, shout out to Dre, he was the one that was putting out everybody. But it would be the Trunk Boys, and then there's Acktup, because I was really by myself. They went to Free My High, so they already had their stuff formed. You know, they group formed, so we would be doing shows and in the studios. And actually, yeah, so Earth Is My Turf, it was under us, and then Make It Happen Entertainment, and ATM, all type of music. I can't remember, but that was the Trunk Boys, you know, first, and I was on a lot of their first songs. Trunk Boys is a New Era, and Fitted Hat, some of their original hits back then. I was a part of it. That's when we was rapping in the closet. So then I went from there on, you know, to the movement, and just, you know, and just gradually moving on from there.
How did you meet Slapmaster?
Endo Slapmaster from in Vallejo. Just everybody was there doing beats. I gotta shout him out. I mean, he got multiple beats on every album I ever did, and the older albums he almost was the full producer almost on them. So shout out to Endo the Slapmaster, man, legend in Vallejo, him and Crypto, just doing shows in Vallejo, and then he make beats. At that time, you know, beats was for the low, you know, 20, 30, even $50 beats, and he was the studio. But his beats was just so raw, and we just really built a chemistry. He would bring the best out of me recording. Oh no, do that over, bro. I'm not putting that out. Oh, redo it. No, you can do better. Shout out, even you have done that before. No, cuz go redo it. You got so many people who don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So we built a great chemistry. I didn't have to even. He wouldn't even have a beat. I'll just come and rap the hook, and then he will make the beat straight from scratch. So when you got a chemistry like that, like Swiss Beats and Cassidy and stuff like that. So we really connected with that. And also shout out Black Fam. ENT once we put that together, and Fuego Spinners, man. We
still
looking
gonna
for
talk
Grizz,
about that.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So after forming all that, you got a little buzz in the town. After forming all that, you got a buzz in the town and shit. You start moving, and things start popping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you start forming your own group. So how did you meet all these people that you formed together? Like Knight, Grizz, Gutta, all them niggas. How did you meet them? Because I didn't know who they was. I just whatever you was going with, I was going with. So how did you meet them?
Well, Black Fam is short for Black Family. So it started off with me, my cousin, Vista, and then my brother Lil Vase and Cooley, even though he was younger. But then, we all get the tattoos. That's where Black Fam started. And then when we did Turf Dance, where I met Alana, James, and Devin, they was part of Black Fam. And then that was just Black Fam. And then, Devin and Alana, them, they women, so they got their husbands and boys, they went they way. So then it was just like me. So then meeting the same thing, meeting the Fuego Spitters at the show. But really, me and Grizz went to Solano College, community college together. That's why I met Grizz, and then Grizz is how I met Gutta. They was Fuego Spitters. So then it just connected with certain people, man. And like, oh man, they the Fuego Spitters, but they was like they always rep Black Fam and under Black Fam, but Gutta, Mac, and Grizz was just always Fuego Spitters. You know what I'm saying? So Black Fam was really just me, my brother, my cousin, Vista, Alana, James, and Devin. But everybody else, we all grouped together like a big family tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's how.
What about Knight? He was like your right hand man. So what about Knight?
Knight from school first, and then we was walking somewhere, I forgot, and then he just started freestyling. And I was talking to him, I'm doing the music, and then he just started freestyling. I'm like, bro, you raw, man, just come rap with me. Like, the way it sounds, that's how come rap with me. And we rocked every day from there, and we we literally was walking, and he spit a freestyle, and I'm like, man, come rap with me, bro, come on. And then we just started, going from there. Then everybody else is just at different shows, and then who you click with, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Okay, Real Bitch, the song Real Bitch, that was like a classic song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Featuring Young Lot. That was a classic song. Like today, you can still play that type of shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So what made you do a song like that? Like, what made you want to, because you was always different talking about women and shit. What made you want to do a type of song like that?
Well, like you said, first off, so many people wasn't really rapping about females, or if they was, it was more disrespecting females and stuff like that. Not saying that it wasn't, but you gotta still be a lazy man to a point. You can still be a street nigga, but that's where your money is. If you got a show, you gotta think. If you got a show and there's hella women there, niggas gonna come and pay. So you gotta just do it from a marketing business. Plus, I love women. I'm not finna rap, make a whole album, and all I'm talking about is niggas. It just don't make sense to me.
So what is a real bitch?
It's what they. It could be more a solid, hold it down for your dude, but it's a difference between a real one and a dumb one. You know what I'm saying? You got some that just hold it down before a nigga that ain't worth it. You real, but you your loyalty is stupid though, because you've been loyal to somebody who you ain't getting the best from. But I just feel like every really real bitch, every goon need a goonette, but who really expired it was Plies. Plies was a nigga that made a lot of female songs. So remember he came out with Goonette, then he Busted Baby and all that. And I'm watching the impact that I'm like, he mostly make his female songs, but the niggas always play it because they want to impress females. Mm-hmm. So the way he marketed himself, you know what I'm saying? So that's really where I got a lot of my little female swag, rap swag from was a lot from Plies when he was popping at those times. You know what I'm saying? So that's
it wouldn't work right now because it wouldn't work right now because it's too many bros. Niggas on too many. They bros over hoes.
So I basically you gotta whatever is hot. So I was on the wave. Okay, he rapping like that. So let me put my twist to it. So you gotta just go and know what was hot. Just like when Ice Cream Paint Job came out, then I came out with That's How I Ride. You gotta just I see what everybody they doing, but I flipped it and put it at my own way because I still always have my own style no matter what. Nobody can say I bit off this person. I always have my own style. I never sounded.
Somebody was talking about Crank That Acktup. Who was that?
Oh man,
they said no. Boston Mo said that.
That was funny.
Boston Mo said y'all should have pushed that. That was a hit. I was like, I really didn't like that shit because I was older and that was y'all era, but I didn't like that. But that shit was a hit. That shit was a hit.
But then, because again, off the wave, the Soulja Boy, man, we're gonna do our own thing. So you gotta. It's good to go against the current.
That's what they're doing right now. It's the same thing what they're doing right now.
But you gotta think about it, we was ahead of the time because they wasn't doing that then.
I know they thought that was Boosie, but that's what we think that's Boosie right now though. Because people following everybody, like everybody following each other right now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you would have been in this era, you would have blew up because everybody would have been following you. Mm-hmm. Just on GP just because everybody like how everybody was following you back then. Mm-hmm. Just because they follow you, other people would have been following you. Just because they follow, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It was just like right now, you could do anything, and other motherfuckers gonna follow you. You could say some stupid shit on the internet, and they gonna follow you, bro. Right. That is crazy.
And that's another reason why once I didn't really care.
But it was hard.
It was hard about nothing no more. It was hard for us. We didn't have YouTubes and really, sites like that. We had MySpace. Remember, we had 1 million view parties at MySpaces, at Sweet Fingers and stuff like that. Like our grind was hard. It was really out of the trunk and at the gas stations on Seminary. Shout out to Illusions. We in the parking lot, KP. Selling CDs and going to car shows. That's what we did the Super Duper Wet video shoot. I remember at the car show with a Busy Bone. So it was grinding. Just imagine how we could have if we had that same push with how the internet is. But I respected that grind way better than just sitting here selling off the internet. We was really out there grinding. You wouldn't have to get a CD from, this is my cousin, listen to him. I was out there with my own CD. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was out there with their own CDs pushing it. Oakland is just known for that. All the artists pretty much was doing that. It's a grind. It's a grind town. You know what I mean? So,
what about you? Oakland, USA. That was a hit too. So, how did that come apart? How did you do that?
I did East Oakland, USA. The original was by myself. Just I forgot where I was hearing the USA from. I don't even really remember. But I'm like, you got this. I'm like, man, East Oakland, USA. Vista made the beat, and then that was just kind of the thing that. Shout out to Mr. Vista. Keep him in prayers too. He battling his cancer, you know what I'm saying? So we keep him in prayers. But it's just the beat. I was like, man, East Oakland, USA, and then that just kind of flowed. And then Filthy and them heard it, man. What's up, man? Let's get on the remix, man. So we went to PTB Studios, and then Filthy Rich got on there, Mr. Talent. Man, let me get on there. So that's how the remix came. It was a cool little hit. And then I was very humble, like, let's go, hop on, let's do it. And that blew. And then we did the video, and then that's when the Scraper Bikes was on the scene. Shout out to Hooker Boy, did the video. That video popped. That thing like 400,000 views. That's just on one of them. But that's nothing now. Everybody in the millions now. But back then, that was a lot. That was a push, and that was known. You would see people slapping that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that was good. R.I.P. Hennessy. There was a lot of people that was in that video, man.
So what performance? Like everybody used to talk about your performance. What made you be like on that hype where like your performances was better than every rapper? Like the way you did your performance. What made you get on that hype?
Just because you think about Michael Jackson, you think about the performance. You know what I mean? You go to his show, it's different when you listen to a song, and then it just was organically. I just was just turned up, and then nobody really performed like that. I if you come into the show, I'm gonna give you everything I got. That's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And then I know that sells. You know what I'm saying? Because it was good, and I got you get bad critics like, bro, when you perform, it's like this, and then when I heard the song, it's like. So sometimes I would give too much energy, and then when they play the song, they expect that same energy. That's why we did Turf Dance. Turf Dance original was "Let Me See You Turf." Wow, but we performed it live, so I had to redo it and record it the way we performed it. So that's what helped that one blow up. But yeah, just doing the shows, man, just giving the people their shows. Shout out to Al the Gamer. Remember, he was putting all the contests, and I won almost all of them. And then UGMX, I won those ones. It wasn't just the performance is what also brought the support. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was there. Moms, Dave Michael's moms, and Illusion. Like, everybody will come because they know it's going to be a good show. And then when they do the crowd pick, it was a good chance we was winning because I was bringing deep. Even if I had to pay for people to get in, like, I just was a businessman and I was marketing. I didn't really know what I was doing now that I'm older, but that was really marketing everything. I pay for all y'all to get in free, as long as y'all scream so I can win. But I get my name out and I'm gonna get that money on the back end when they start buying the CD. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I looked at it. But just performing, you could be like I said, performing for my mom, them being dancers and stuff. When y'all go out there and dance the Sugar Hill Gang, we had to go out there and dance in the middle of the night. So just loving music and loving what you do. You know what I mean? I didn't care if it was, we done been in shows where it's 300-400 people to 10 people. I gave the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So and everybody fed off of it. When the Fago Spitters would go on next, well, not everybody was giving that same energy. It was something you was feeding off of. You know what I'm saying?
How did you find Pinkies? Nightclub and Sack.
Yeah, that was a pop one. We started off going to SD. What's it? Is it It was another show, another club in Sac that we was doing, and Coco and Savvy ENT, I believe, they was at this little show, and they was like, oh, it's this little white bar, Pinkies. We didn't know how far it was, so I wasn't turning no shows down. So I'm like, yep, I'll go perform. And then once we went out there, saw how far it was, but then it popped, and I'm just like, man, let me talk to the owner. And they did a good show, and then we booked one show and we packed it out. Even though we used to be 8-9 cars deep coming from Oakland all the way to Pinky to the back of Sac. So you got to think of how far that drive was. That was about 2 hours, and we was mobbing out there and we was packing it up. That was actually, shout out to Pinky. That was the first show that I was getting paid for. You know what I'm saying? I was getting the door and giving people whatever I had to give. But that was that's why I kept going, because I knew I could pack it out. Sac supported the Bay a lot, during that era. You know what I'm saying? That's where even before they was rapping, I knew Lavish D and them back then. Didn't know how big they was. How they're bigger now, but back then, I kind of had knew them. But I was at Pinky's before a lot of Sac rappers was, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody started coming. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I started it, but Filthy them, styling them all in. But I had went up there a little bit earlier than most of the people.
Okay, what do you? Speaking about Sac, right? What do you think? Like, what was your Sac fan base like?
Oh, it was big. We would drive to Sac and all the Gold Teeth stores and all the the shop smarts and all the stores that was outside. We would go out there, put flyers and posters everywhere. So once you get the Bay already, you from here, we know everybody. You got to move on to another place. So we would make that drive out the blue. Let's drive to Sac, just pass our flyers. It'd be me at night, or sometimes me by myself. It was just the grind was unlimited. So drive all the way to Sac just to pass out flyers. And then once they start promoting the shows, I'll act up. Oh, I seen bro flyer. Oh, I seen. You know what I mean? So that's really how Sac came about. And then they show up and show out. Showing Sac, it was packed. It was lit. They ain't gonna even front. So why not keep showing love? You getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So and it was just different. And then I started networking with, shout out to Drizzle MB and a few people out there in Sac, started networking with them. And I just love networking. So you got to expand your fan base. Can't just sit in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So once we knew we was lit there, we would take that drive. Let's go to Sac. Let's go here. I used to drive to LA just to pass out flyers. That's how hard the grind was. A lot of people don't know. People who hear, but people who may not hear this interview know. Like I would drive LA 5-6 hours just to pass out flyers for a day or two. At the slots and swap meet and all that. We put flyers in the marathon before it was a marathon. Nipsey Hussle was over there. We was at the gas station on Crenshaw. He was over there at the gas station selling CDs. R.I.P. We was at one gas station. He was at a whole other gas station. We went there and put our posters in there and everything, man. We had the red Acktup, man. So that shows you, man, that grind time work. Everybody was grinding at one time. He was out there.
So somebody just got on Arrow Star Smith. He said the old rap slap. Respect featuring Killer, or Respected featuring Killer Keys. Rest in peace.
Oh, you talking about, yeah, shoot. I did the song Killer Keys and Young Lock, Shoebox Money.
Oh yeah. He said, my guy Acktup. Where you been, bro?
Hey, what's up with you, man? Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, so you think that if you would have kept going, would you think you would have been big as these people are right now? I think you would have been a little bit bigger, not bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think you would have been on the same level as all the rappers right now.
Oh yeah,
if you would have kept it going.
Well,
what made you quit rapping? What date and when did you start rapping? Why did you just stop? Why did you quit?
Well, the last show was, I did with Reese in Oakland. Somebody very close to me. I watched him take his last breath, rolled him over, and that was pretty much it. Him, me and P. Reek, shout out to P. Reek, Fetty Boys.
Tell him what happened.
We we go to the show, but when you go pick somebody up from their house, their family, we go to the show in Oakland, Hagenberger at the bike motorcycle club. Ain't gonna get too deep, but you know what I'm saying, end up being shot at the club. But what really hit me, not only his passing, but the
Well,
fact
tell people what happened to him. Explain what
he
happened.
got shot at the show. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? At
no,
the club.
explain. Like, okay, say like y'all went to the show.
You was there.
I know, but I'm not telling the story. Y'all went to the show.
Uh-huh.
We got through the show. Y'all did the show. What happened after the show?
So we did the show. Performed the show. Altercation in the back. Somebody got fired on. That person didn't like getting fired on, so made it to his car first. They was outside walking to the car. I was actually in there talking, saying goodbye to my cousin and all them, and then they came rushing in. Man, Reese just got shot. So then we run out there, see him laying on the floor, see him laying on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And my other right hand man, P. Reed, man, he's like, man, my boy shot. So I get down there and he's still breathing. I kind of talk to him because he was just talking about getting married. I'm like, man, Reese, you was just saying you gonna get married. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there talking to him. And then the other people start coming, and I think one lady said she was a nurse.
Yeah.
I rolled him over, but I probably shouldn't have, but she like rolled him back. He was still breathing and that, but yeah, that was tough. And then the really what the hit was when you pick somebody up from their family, you see him with his kids, and then you go back and it's like, where my daddy at? To have to explain that, I had to go explain that the whole, because we was there all the way to 7 a.m. They just left his body on the street. So for me to have to go back, everybody already know the news by now. It's 5-6 hours later. The whole Vista complex is out there waiting for a story. So to have to come explain that and see his kids, like, you pick my daddy up, and then you come back without my dad, and all the kids I got, that was like, man, that's it. And then all the people like doing music, that boy Tyson, just everybody that I knew, like, man, this person getting killed, this person getting killed. I just felt like I love music, but I love my life better. I love me. I want to be a grandpa. You know what I'm saying? So I see what the music can do to you. It's pros and cons. The streets got pros and cons, and ultimately they don't really love you. There's individuals who love you. The streets don't love you. You know what I mean? We give so much back and love the street. This is my hood. I die for this. And some people really be dying for that and don't even own nothing over there. That ain't your hood. That's just a place you lived there for a long time. You know what I mean? So I just started getting wiser. And that was just, I'm like, I just made that day like, man, I'm done. So he was a very close person, man. And just to be like, man, if I didn't do a show, he could have been still here for his kids. Like, so much stuff was just going through. I can't, the Most High work the way he gonna work. So I it's already written at the end of the day. But of course, you're human, so you're gonna think like that. So that was tough. You know what I mean? And then just once you lose love, like we playing football, if you lose the passion, you don't need to be out there because you're gonna get yourself killed, getting hit. Then little haters here and there, dealing with so much stuff. I just kind of got tired of dealing with it. We did it for about a dime, you know what I mean? And I had my fun, I had my run, and I felt like I did a Barry Sanders. He still has so much more potential, but he retired in 10 years. He don't know what he could have been. He was already probably one of the greatest, but he got himself. But look, his knees don't hurt, his body don't hurt because he got out in a good way. I'm not killed. I ain't never been shot. I didn't went through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I made it out with nothing. Like, far as no wounds, no injuries. I went to jail a couple of times, but other than that, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, and I'm comfortable and good at where I'm at. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't regret it. That was my story. But we would have been way bigger because we would have been out of here. I know.
So now that you did that, you changed religions. What made you talk about that? Let's talk about that real quick.
Well, it ain't really religion, but some people know it's just understanding the Bible of who we are, the Hebrew Israelites, basically. That's what I mean. People, the ones that they be out there on the corner and they be, and preaching in the microphone. I don't do all of that, but it's basically just understanding who we are as a people, unlearning and relearning. When you read the Bible, you can clearly see that we was the people of the Bible. We know that the Messiah looked like us, was our color. The scriptures say, feet like brass, hair like wool, red eyes, but the image that they paint, they want us to bow down to the white man. That's why they put that image. That's all what it's about. Then once you realize that, like, man, that ain't his name. He was a Hebrew man. The J ain't even in the letter Hebrew. So once you started unlearning and relearning and see all the lies that they taught us and forced upon us, it just made me want to seek. I just became a truth seeker. And then I followed what I feel is the truth. Some people may not feel it's the truth, but you got to stand for something. I fall for anything. So I try my best to live according to the scriptures, not what the pastors say. That's why I don't go to church, because the pastors will tell you this, and I know pastors who will be at the club. I know pastors who doing
I'm saying that that's true. So but that's listen, why. I'm saying I think it's everybody got their own God, meaning they own Jesus, like Jesus. Everybody got every religion got their own Jesus. You know, so I don't think it's just one Jesus. That's what they try to make you think, just one Jesus. And you got to go. No, everybody got their own Jesus. The Muslims, the Hebrews, everybody got their own Jesus.
They own Savior.
Yeah, their own Savior, like the Most High. Ain't nobody higher than God. That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly.
Ain't nobody higher than God. If you want to believe in that Jesus or the Lord or whatever you want to believe in, that's
cool. That's cool. But
that's your belief.
And everybody else, Buddha, like you said,
all them is kids.
I just ain't nobody. He the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure. ain't gonna be no higher than that. That's what he just sending a message to the people that you believe in to get to you. So you know what I'm saying?
That's well said. A messenger. That's all it is.
A messenger. So
deliver his word.
So if you got, but you gotta obey. It's just like you gotta obey though. Mm-hmm. It's just like a discipline thing. Like we gonna see if you're gonna obey one of your
whatever you believe in.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you're gonna obey that, and then we're gonna go about for that.
Facts. That's why I say hear and do. There's a lot of people who hear, but then you also got to do. It's the discipline. It's the structure. It's the order. You know, it ain't easy. It's easy to go sin and go do wrong. That's easy. Trying to walk a narrow road is hard, but it's a challenge. But it's a challenge that's worth it. Is it worth? You see, think about the fires that's in LA right now. Just imagine burning like that for the rest of your life if you go down there. That's the thought. Like, Lord, imagine just in that fire for eternity. If what they say is real. I mean, I ain't never been to hell or heaven, but if that's real, I don't want to be in that fire for the rest of the you know what I'm saying? So you don't be perfect. I'm not sinless, but the goal is to sin less. That's just all the way I'm trying to exactly. And just be around positive people and positive energy and understanding his elements, understanding how the moon and the stars work, the universe, you know what I mean? Just all type of stuff like that. And that brings me peace, understanding, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Do you think with the type of music you was doing back then, it wouldn't fit with the music right now, huh?
No.
It wouldn't go. You think it would have changed? So yeah, so you think it would have been a different genre? You could have made another lane for it, or you think it would have just faded away?
Probably could have made a different lane for it, but man, that's kind of hard to say. Because then you see
the made a different lane because you still would have been on your same lane. I think people still would have went over there, but they probably would have went to the bullshit mostly because everybody going bullshit. You could put you could do something positive and then put some bullshit on the internet right now.
But numbers. I would have did that just to keep staying.
Yeah, I'm saying I think that people that you would have had in your lane would have still been over here. Mm-hmm. You could have started a whole new type shit.
Because everything changed. Whatever this phase is.
I don't think he was gonna be I can't see no drill rapper type. Rapper. Gas. Just like with the shit.
Because I can't remember. We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. Like the shit that was going on with Phil. Like when I was telling you to be quiet, you're like, cuz let me just do one rap. I was like, shut up, bro. When you kill it, this is how you kill everybody. You don't say nothing. If a nigga talking about you and you know that something can transpire to something big, you don't say nothing, bro. Unless you ready. And it ain't like you scared or nothing. You ain't no bitch. Smart. It's just being smart, bro. You gotta just play outsmart a motherfucker. That's how I live till I'm 51. And that's why I outsmarted all these niggas. And I've been outside every day of my life. And I outsmarted all these. I got shot 5 times, but I outsmarted a lot of niggas and a lot of shit because the way you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta move. Like you gotta think like, no. He was like, cuz let me just get one. I was like, hell no. That's stupid. That's gonna start a bunch of dumb shit, and then his people's is our people's, and then that's just dumb. Moan my folks, and then Moan get out, he gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what can happen. That's dumb. So don't spark the fuse without you know what I'm saying? The spark, that was cool, but I'm just saying like that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They sparking the fuse when they could just let it go.
I see it. They still going getting there. They was certain stuff.
That shit's stupid. Spark the fuse and it ain't worth it though, because then.
At the end of the day, united we better. It doesn't matter if it's music or not. Just imagine if how Atlanta, when they had their run and all of them was together, they
the Bay had got a little bit. We had got a little bit.
It's just the Bay is so individualism. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga, I'm
independent. You know what I'm saying?
Independent. So
everybody pick their own little. Now it's all. Now it's who you fuck with.
Oh yeah.
If you fuck with Blood, I ain't fucking with you. If you fuck with him, I ain't fucking with that. I don't like it.
And it's all our people. We all come from the same struggle.
So what do you think rap would what you think about rap now?
It's just, I mean, there's still a lot of street stuff, but for the most part, it's just gimmicks. People gotta realize a lot of the dumb stuff they be putting out, they put it out on purpose because they know it's gonna get hits. They will be, oh, I eat ass. Oh, I'm about to go do this. All the dumbest shit that they be saying. Kevin Gates, all his weird stuff. Yeah, everybody like, oh, that nigga gay, this and that. They are manipulating and doing reverse psychology, saying whatever to stay irrelevant and to keep selling records.
Oh, my shit stopped. Oh shit, bitch. Oh, my shit stopped, cuz. It died.
So
no, it didn't know.
So I'm like,
It didn't die. It didn't die on the last part.
Oh man.
What? That shit didn't die. It just cut off. It's cool. It's good. We got hell of shit though. We got it live too. Let's go. Now, what was you saying? 38 minutes of that shit.
Oh, did? What was we at?
The drill rap shit.
Yeah. So it's recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I wouldn't have got part of that because that wasn't my style. Even though some people online, it wasn't me. I'm not gonna be. I'm drilling niggas, smoking niggas. I'm not drilling and killing niggas every day. So that wouldn't have been me. Like you said, I was more on some player stuff, rapping about music. I still had street music. I could have made a music for every genre, but that route I probably wouldn't have went down because it just ain't. It wouldn't have been my style. I would have still stayed true to myself. And then eventually, when that stuff die out, you still relevant. As long as you still stay relevant. Because look at the people still rapping. You still got Richie Riches, and he still sounded the way he sounded in the 90s, but he's still relevant. He didn't change up. You know what I mean? So maybe not as big as how you probably would think, but it's still like short, never changed up. So you got people, for the most part, that you don't gotta go with that. So I wouldn't have went there. But besides that, I do think besides the drill rap, it's just a lot of gimmick rap, a lot of bullshit. Big Glow, but you can make the easiest song right now, and it's gonna most likely go viral. And I guess that's what's selling. I put heart and soul in my music and really loved what I did and put the truth as much as possible in the music. So like, oh, just say this just so you can sell records. I don't know how good I would have did at that. Just being honest, you know what I mean? We had fun, man. Our videos, our songs, our music, man. It was,
so how many albums do you got? This is the last question. How many albums do you got?
Man, Earth is My Turf, King Mentality, No Competition, Talk of the Town, that's 4. 1,000 Degrees, them little mixtapes, I don't really gotta count them, but I did 1,000 Degrees, volume 1, 2, and 3. I did
that's 8.
Super Duper Wet. I mean, that's for the ladies album. What was it, Lil Mama Wet? Something. Remember, I did the album with just straight female songs. You probably don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I did Juice. I did Mobbin.
Remember? 11.
Mobbin. What else? Damn. And my last one was The Struggle, The Hustle, The Success. If I ain't forgot, no man, I forgot the
Respect.
Northern Cali mixtape.
Oh yeah, Respect too, and a Black Fam mixtape.
Black Fam mixtape, yep.
Respect was the last one, right?
The Struggle, The Hustle, The Success. No, you talking about
Rise. Real.
Yeah. But that was the album, but then I ended up changing the name to The Struggle, The Hustle, The Success. But that album, yeah. But I changed the cover and the name to The Struggle, The Hustle, The Success. That was the last one.
How many videos you got, you think?
Oh man, you did most.
I know. How many you think you got?
We should have at least. You think about at least a couple hundred. Because you gotta think the short ones, the ones that you didn't do. Man, we did commercials. Man, we did a lot. I mean, when you Google Acktup, it's not too long, but it's like 10, 11 pages. All the interviews we did, you know what I'm saying? 100 rack stuff, plenty of other great stuff. I mean,
we gonna blend all that shit in.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot.
All right, for sure. Appreciate you, cuz.
Shout
out where they can find you at. You don't got Instagram though.
Yeah, you ain't gonna really. Everything you find active is gonna be old, so you ain't gonna find that. So all praise to the Most High for this interview for my cousin. You know what I mean? I'm giving him his flowers now on live. You know what I mean? He been deserving him all the videos he done, from the Big Act game to the movies to everything. Before I even knew who he was, before I even knew he was my cousin, I didn't meet my daddy's side till like 18. Man, dude, Big Act game, he's doing the film. Like I didn't even know who these people was. I'm like, man, this is my cousins, blood cousins, my daddy and his daddy brothers. But I didn't meet my dad's side till later. But it was like, man, I gotta put you with Dame Hooker. And I'm like, who is that? He do the film. My uncle Shaq. Shaq put me on everybody. That's who I met first. You know what I mean? So he's like, no, you gotta get with Dame Hooker. He do stuff with Keeks and Nick. You gotta get with Dame Hooker. That's all I kept hearing about, man. So I met Dame before I met my brother.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, man. But shout out, man. You know, Black Family and T for Life, man. Fuego Squillers, Fetty Boys, Hooker Boy Films, Planet of the Grapes. Who else we got, man? Shout out to the Creole Queen.
Trunk Boys.
Trunk Boys.
With the boys.
Who else?
Even though y'all
MG
trying
Boys.
to MG Boys for
man.
sure.
MG Boys. Man, it's so many people to shout out. Man, shout out to the clubs, the Caribbean City and Pats, Sweet Fingers. Shout out to Foxes,
Jimmy's,
Pinkies, Jimmy's. Yeah, man.
It's lit, man.
Shout out to all the love and support, man.
It was lit back then.
Shout out to man. Shout out to Dominique Reigns. You know what I'm saying? Got to give her a shout out. She played a big part of the career and the life. You know what I'm saying? Nikki Danger.
For sure.
Alana James, Devin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man.
Currency
in the beginning.
Yeah.
Man, it's so everyone, man. Shout out to all of them, man.
For sure.
Shout out to my kids, man.
For sure. Peace.
Man.
You gone. Thanks, cuz.
Oh, man. I got people texting me. This is exciting, babe.
Who said that? Yeah, that's hard. We live, man. We still live on this one. You know what I'm saying? We live in the studio, man. This is the portion.
Can they see us?
You got the shirt. We got the shirts on. Look.
You know what I'm
saying? Get your merch, man, right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Get your motherfucking shirt. Yeah, it feels right there. Get your shirt. Get your merch. We in the studio, Hooker Boy Fam Studio, man. We live in the studio, man. We live, man, in Tyrone. Look. Red Rider CD. I got classic shit, man. We got classic shit popping over here. Style it over there, you know what I'm saying? Just like me. L fingers on the beat. You feel me? But thank you. Appreciate it. Don't forget to get your merch, though, your hooker. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to get your merch. If you're from Oakland, I'm finna come with the Frisco, the Richmond, the whole Bay merch. So don't forget to get your merch. Don't forget to call me. Don't forget to holler at me. Don't forget to hit me. Hooker Boy Films 510 on motherfucking Instagram. Yeah, watch my YouTube, Hooker Boy Music Group. I've been doing this shit. See you later.